What's up, traders? So Bitcoin is dropping today, and there's a lot of talk about how this is all Elon Musk's fault. There's a lot of drama on Twitter about how he said that Bitcoin is not very eco-friendly and Tesla is going to stop making payments. People are very, very mad at Elon because apparently for people's gains over the last year, Elon giveth and now Elon taketh away. But let's ignore all that media hype, which just sells advertisements on the publications. And let's just look at the price chart. Bitcoin right now is exhibiting a pattern that I look for on just about every instrument in relation to the Ichimoku cloud. Now, a few weeks ago, Bitcoin came to this point right here, where it first poked its head out of the cloud on the bearish side. Now, if you go back through this entire run, going all the way back to October of 2020, the price of Bitcoin has not violated the Ichimoku cloud on the daily. And that has maintained a bullish trend, even if it has pulled back a few times close to the cloud or even broken below it. The key trigger that I look for when I'm using this Ichimoku cloud as a analysis technique is I'm looking at the Chikou, the momentum. And as long as it is above the cloud as well, I'm not going to say this is an bearish trend. But something has happened in this down move that is different. This time it's different. Now, not only has price gotten below the daily Ichimoku cloud, but also momentum has as well. This is a confirmation of a bearish breakout. And this happens more than once and in just about everything else other than Bitcoin. If we go back in time, when we look at when this happened before, back in September of 2020, again, price got below the cloud in a sell-off in September of 2020, but it did not get on the other side of the cloud. And when it came up one more time, it still managed to hold these lows that it had established. And then if we go forward, it never really broke down from that point. So even though it may have scared some traders that were trading back then around the 10,000 level, that is what it held. And then the inverse is also true. Here we see where price was getting outside the cloud. And now if we just wait for momentum to get out at the same time, well, that triggers the huge run that we've been in for nearly the last 6 to 8 months. So just waiting for that simple two-step process for price to get on the side of the cloud, bullish or bearish, and then momentum to also get on that side of the cloud is the confirmation for a long-term breakout. And you can see this in other instruments as well, or go back yourself and look at the price chart of Bitcoin to see when this has come to pass. For instance, in the COVID down move, you see where we first got below the cloud here, but momentum was still on the right side. Given a little more time, as soon as it broke down, there you have a bearish trend. Another thing that happened fairly recently would be in another digital currency, US dollar, where if you look on the monthly chart, we're also exhibiting that same pattern where price has gotten below the monthly cloud, and now momentum as well is starting to get below it. Now, we're going to remove all the fundamentals of inflation out of the picture, just like we're going to remove the Elon tweets out of the picture. We're just going to look at the price. And this right here is showing signs of a sustained long-term bearish trend. If we go down to a lower time frame, let's just look at the last year, March, and look at the weekly. Well, could we have predicted this move on the dollar using this Ichimoku technique? In March of 2020, we had price get below the cloud. It just peaked its close below there. But as you can see, momentum was still on the bullish side of the cloud. And that's where it remained, even as we had that little spike down right there when everyone was going crazy about the virus. So going forward in time, this is on the weekly, around the summer, around June of 2020, you once again have price getting out of the cloud and momentum is very close to getting out. And then at the moment that you had both get out at the same time, right around here of July 2020, was another instance where you had both price and the momentum coming on the bearish side of the cloud. And from that point on, the dollar has gone down. So just like any technical analysis, nothing is 100%. But this, especially on long-term price charts, is a great confirmation signal of a new trend beginning. So take that to heed when you're trying to figure out what to do with your investments, or if you're looking for a hedged position on this down move. Trade wisely. We'll see you in the next video.